Isaiah 60 verses 22 says, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." And if we're being honest, that verse sounds very, very beautiful until you're the one that's waiting and it feels like the time is never right. Let's be honest. It feels late. It feels overdue. It feels like everybody else got an invitation and you're standing outside watching February turn the world red and pink while your phone stays quiet. While your phone stays dry. You know it's dry. And nobody really talks about how humiliating that can feel. Let's be real. How it can mess with your confidence. How it can make you question if you missed something or if God just skipped over your name. Because guess what? You prayed, you healed, you let the wrong one go, right? You did all the right things. You did the journaling, you did the fasting. You stopped texting back when you wanted to fold. Let's be real. You did good. Let's give yourself a hand clap. And still nothing. And I don't want to sit here and give you the cliche, your person is coming, because that doesn't help when you're sitting alone on Valentine's Day watching everyone else post flowers and dinner dates like they cracked some type of code that you didn't get. So let's be real. Let's talk real today. What if this waiting season is not about rejection? What if it's insulation? What if you're not being overlooked, but you're being protected? Because we're quick to call it delay when God calls it development. You think that you're waiting on love, but God thinks that He's protecting your future. And not in a really dramatic way or anything, but a strategic way. Because most of the relationships that we secretly envy, right? You only see the highlight reel. You don't see the arguments. You don't see the insecurity. You don't see the settling. You don't see the, I just don't want to be alone. And guess what? Comparison gets loud in February. It makes singlehood feel like a failure instead of what it actually really is. And it's really a filter, right? Singlehood is not punishment. It's a filter. God will let other people rush into what you pray for because what you pray for requires more capacity than what you're stepping into, right? You ask for peace. You ask for partnership. You ask for something healthy, and healthy takes time. We know this, right? Healthy takes a lot of time. Some of you aren't waiting because God forgot you. Let's get that out of our heads. You're waiting because if He sent them to you right now, guess what you do? You sabotage it. You'd overgive. You'd overthink. You'd call anxiety intuition. You abandon yourself trying to keep them. You know what I mean? And that's not judgment. That's growth. God doesn't prepare someone for you. He prepares you for someone. And that preparation can feel very lonely because it's quiet, very quiet. And when it gets quiet, guess what? We assume nothing is happening. Let's be real. But sometimes God gets quiet because He's stripping you of the desperation you used to operate in. I know a lot of people that's still desperate. You used to want love so bad you would accept crumbs. Now crumbs offend you. That shift didn't happen overnight. It happened in waiting. And I know the real question is why them, not me? You know what I mean? Why do people who don't even value relationships get them easily? Why do people who play games get married? Why does it look like God blesses people who don't treat others right? Why does it look like that? I know you're asking yourself this. But here's the truth. Here, watch this. Timing isn't always a reward. Sometimes it's exposure. Some people step into relationships fast because that relationship is going to teach them something that you already had to learn the hard way. Boom. You cried through yours. You rebuilt after yours. You faced yourself after yours. You know what I mean? That's good. So God is not going to repeat a lesson that you passed. And I think this is what stings the most, right? Waiting exposes what you truly believe about yourself. If being single makes you feel unworthy, that means your identity was leaning on being chosen. And that's not good. And God will not send you someone to fix your self-worth. He's not sending you somebody for that. He will let you sit with it until you build it, right? That's not harsh. If we're being honest, that's a protective love. And some of you don't even want a person. You want relief. Let's be real today. Relief from loneliness, relief from comparison, relief from watching everybody else move forward. But relief is not the same thing as alignment. We got to get that straight. We got to get that clear. If God gave you relief right now, you'd call it love, and later you call it a mistake. See, the thing is he sees 5 years from now. You see Friday night. That's the difference right there. Waiting builds discernment. It teaches you the difference between attention and intention. I say that all the time. It teaches you the difference between someone liking you and someone being ready for you. There's a big difference. We got to learn this because you used to confuse sparks for safety, right? You used to think butterflies meant destiny. Now you want consistency, and you grew up, man. You grew up. And that shift came from what? Waiting. It came from waiting. So waiting doesn't mean that you're not attractive. Waiting doesn't mean that you're too much. It doesn't mean that you're behind. That's not what waiting means. It means your life is not moving on the same clock as your feed. And guess what? That's okay. That is okay. I'll tell you what. The most dangerous thing that you can do in this season is rush out of it. Don't download the app just because it's February. Don't text your ex because it's quiet. And I know you want to. Don't lower your standards because it's awkward. Don't do it. I'm telling you from experience. God is not withholding love from you. He might be withholding confusion. And if you've ever been in a relationship that drained your peace, then you know peace is worth protecting. You know that. And maybe you're in a building season right now, right? Maybe you're elevating financially. Maybe you're healing emotionally. Maybe you're growing spiritually. These are all good things. All good things. And guess what? The wrong relationship would divide your focus. See, we romanticize partnership, but guess what? Partnership multiplies who we are and multiplies who you are. If you're unstable, it multiplies instability. If you're secure, it multiplies strength. So maybe God is stabilizing you before he multiplies you. That's strategy. That's not silence. And trusting God in the waiting doesn't mean pretending that you're not lonely. Don't pretend. Don't fake it. You can be lonely. It means saying, I don't understand this timeline, but I refuse to sabotage it. It's a big difference. That's maturity. That's faith without, theatrics. That's faith without the theatrics. We don't need the theatrics. And some of the strongest people that I know spent seasons alone. Not because nobody wanted them, but because they refused to attach to someone who wasn't aligned. They get it. We just have to get it. Alignment is very rare. It's very rare. So if you're waiting while everyone else seems to be finding Valentine's Day love, right? Maybe it's not because you're forgotten. Maybe it's because what's coming requires a version of you that is solid. Maybe that. Let's switch the perspective. Secure, unshakable. God would rather let you feel temporary loneliness than permanent regret. Don't rush this. Don't panic. Don't compare. Build, grow, stabilize, deepen. Because when the time is right, not when it's convenient, big difference, not when it's trending, not when it's February, but when it's right, he will make it happen. He will make it happen. And when it happens, guess what? You'll realize that the waiting wasn't wasted. It was just preparation, right? So we got to get excited. I always say this. This is the time to get excited. Enjoy that singleness, man. Enjoy that singleness. I'll be enjoying it because I know one day I'm going to be taken and in that relationship, it is going to be a job, a good job, but it is going to be a job. So right now I'm enjoying my singleness. I'm enjoying not having to check in with anybody. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing or anything, but I'm enjoying not having to do that. I do what I want, shoot. I do what I want without having to be questioned. You question me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna get too rowdy on here. But you question me, it's gonna be some consequences and repercussions. You know what I'm saying? Don't question me. Don't question what I'm doing. Nah, I'm just playing. But yeah, I'm enjoying my singlehood. And if you in that season right now, don't rush out of this process. Enjoy it. Get to know you. You know what I'm saying? I say it all the time. Take yourself to the movies. Take yourself to the park. Go play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Go to the coffee shop. Go on hikes alone. I don't go on the hikes alone because I'm scared of the snakes. I saw a snake out there one time, never went since. You won't catch me on the hikes. I walk around the block. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna catch me on them snakes. I don't mess with the rattlesnakes. Right? Yeah, but man, I'm having a good time, man. I'm having a good time. If you are having a hard time with detaching from that toxic ex, though, you can check out the ebook, Letting Go When God Says So. It's a step-by-step guide on how to release with grace. Also, you can check out the detachment scheme course, right? You don't want to do the reading or anything? Check out the course. Valuable information. There's transformation in that, right? Check it out. I'm yapping. Until next time, y'all know it. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.
I'll wait for the kind that's gonna stay. I don't need it right away. No more desperate nights, no more maybe he might. If it's real love, it won't be late, so I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I don't want half of a heart. I don't want almost. I don't want hot and cold or somebody close. Just 'cause I'm lonely doesn't mean I'm yours. I'd rather have nothing than something unsure. I learned my lesson slow. Now I trust what I know. Good love don't make you better.